Number 2, James McDonald for Richard and Will Freedman.
Yeah, her chances are better now. This track's dried out a bit. I think there were worrying signs on a heavy. We've been upgraded to a soft 7 since the previous race. So, look, she was just beaten by a very good filly in the Vinery. The Kimbler win prior to that was fantastic. She's proven running well in the VRC Oaks in the spring, and she presents perfectly third up here.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Ronnie. I think she ran into an absolute superstar last time out. She done a little bit of work chasing and then obviously got to the front and then was run down late, but gets a chance here today, drawn soft, will end up with the ideal run and loves the going.
Fireburn, the Golden Slipper winner, trying to win an Oaks. Tyler Schiller, Gary Portelli.
Well, they've been waiting patiently to find a soft track, and they get one today. So we know she's got the class, so the gamble with her is if you think she's going to run the 1.5 miles. She maps well, she presents well, and it's all up to see if she can stay now.
I was absolutely stoked to see her back in form last time out. I thought she worked to the line really, really well. She maps ideally, drawn soft, will get the absolute dream run, and she looks terrific in the yard. It's probably the best I've seen of this preparation.
Another Kiwi, number 4, Polygon. Brett Preble, Lance Noble.
Well, I love the improvement going to the Vinery last start, appearing, look, that she'd be back on track third up at a 1.5 miles here. She's been set for this, right in the mix, and I think she's getting out to amazing odds at $15.
She looks terrific in the yard too. She's holding really, really good condition. I know it's a third run in this time. Her coat's glowing, and she's another one from that soft draw. She'll just get the ideal run right beyond the speed.
Last week's Adrian Knox winner, number 5, Arts. Hugh Bowman, Ed Cummings.
Yeah, obviously the big boys think she rated over the roof like that dominant win last week. She's $5 into 480. Big chance of starting favourite here, Arts. So she was very good last week, winning by a big spates. If she reproduces that form, she's hard to hold out.
Yeah, I think she will be hard to hold out, Ronnie. I just hope that she holds that turn of foot that she had here on that going. Obviously, it was a lot heavier than what the track has produced here today, but the turn of foot from the 200 through to the winning post was absolutely outstanding. I think, look, she looks terrific. She hasn't lightened off at all. Yeah, she's in good form.
Okay, Pierre Rosser has just walked into the yard, and I believe that Sam Clipperton will mount up out the front.
I thought so.
So that's when she started to really turn it on last week, Duff, wasn't it? When the jockey was going to jump on and did jump on.
Yeah, she got very sour and was going to flip over there at one stage, but there's no problem with her in the yard. So keep an eye on her attitude when Sam gets on her. She wants to jack up and do things wrong, but she presents beautifully. It was a great run in the Vinery, and yeah, hard to deny her chance with the lead-up performance.
She's another one that's held her condition really, really well this time in. She looks outstanding. Yeah, I hope she doesn't get upset like she did at Rosehill. I reckon she might have cost herself the race at Rosehill. I did like the way that she worked home. She got back into probably not a winnable position, but yeah, just didn't do her any favours. And maps to get a lot softer run here today.
Okay, I can see Clipperton and Paul Snowden walking towards the tunnel, so that's where she'll be taken. Pierre Rosser. Sole choice, Tim Clark for Gay and Adrian.
Went out in front and struggled late last time. Probably needs improvement off that, but boy, the punters love an on-pace Waterhouse bot runner in these staying races, and she's got, you know, she's good support here at big odds.
I'd like to see Timmy Clark just to try, not sit up on her, but just trying to give a little bit softer run out in front. She done all the work last time out. Again, we know that she run into a really, really good horse. But, yeah, I'd just like to see her just held up a little bit and go a little bit steadier mid-race, just to give her that opportunity to get to 2,400.
So dazzling, number 8, Joe Moreira, John Sargent.
Wetsuits, blinkers off, good at Kimbler, and just not a lot went right last start in the Vinery, so she's better than that, and we know John can produce these staying fillies on the right day.
Going to need a lot of luck from that barrier, though. Just drawn really, really tricky. Haven't got long down to the first turn, so given he gets a bit of luck, I think it'll run well, but it's going to need a lot of luck.
Another one for Sargent is Byron Bell, Karen McAvoy.
Yeah, another one. She was okay in the Vinery. She a little query on the heavy, but now we're back to soft. She may help her chances more.
Yeah, she's a lovely looking horse. She's maybe a little bit of furnishing to do, maybe next time round for me.
Premise, Marquand on for O'Shea.
Look, I know she was beaten 5 lengths by Arts last week, but I think there's a lot of merit in the performance. And when you're thinking Arts is going to be favourite, and this horse is 20 to 1, I think I'd rather take the gamble with her at the price. I just think they had to ride her quiet last week, and she had too much to do. She maps much better this week.
And I could read Chad Schofield's mind too, Ronnie, mid-race. He's coming down around about the 700-metre mark, and obviously he had the winner back inside him, but he just pushed the button a fraction early, and he done all the work around the turn. By the time he got into the straight to the 200-metre mark, he was pretty much on dead legs. So if they had to reverse the role, I'm not saying that she would have beat the winner home, but given that she's drawn softer today, she's going to get a terrific run in transit.
Okay, we've now got 3 equal favourites in this race. Pennywecker, Pavitra and Arts, all equal. More on the market shortly. Mountain Guest, the third of John Sargent's runners, Johnny Allen.
Yeah, well, she rode the speed and very dour to the line last week, indicating the 2400 will definitely suit her.
She walked in the enclosure a lot lacklustre last time out, last week. She was sort of up on her toes today, which is a good sign. I know going up over the 2400 may be a bit of a concern, but I just felt that she was a little bit lacklustre last time, but she's right up on her toes today.
Frankie's me dad have Duller on for Mar and Eustace.
Yeah, I would have liked to seen a touch more from her last start in the Vinery, but she was back in distance there.
Yeah, I think the 2400 might be a bit of a test. I know she's won over the 2300, but against a lot weaker company than what she's up against here today.
Jolted, number 13, Tom Sherry, John Sargent.
Yeah, another filly from the Sargent stable on the improve. Ken Stay winning the 2100 last time. No shock to see her run well at big odds.
Just a tough draw. Just going to need a lot of luck from that barrier.
Stormy Witness, Robbie Dole and Danny Williams.
Yeah, probably needs improvement from what we've seen so far.
Faze Angel, Reece Jones, Caranoa.
Yeah, probably overachieved at big odds last week, but needs to find more.
Lance Noble, trainer of Polygon, 2 runs in Australia. How is she third up?
I think she's improved with each run. First up run over a mile, it was a pretty firm track that day, and we got on the probably wrong part of the track. The third of Vinery run was really good from back. We've had 2 sort of wide draws. Today we've got a better draw, so hopefully we can use that a little bit more.
We've got a track upgrade, but it's still a testing track out there. So a testing track and a distance. Is that up her alley? What do you think?
I think she'll get through it, but we're probably all in the same boat. If you ask every trainer, we're all in the same boat. That extra 400 metres and the state of the track, but all you can be is happy with the horse, and I'm really happy with her. She's trained well, she looks magnificent, and she'll relax in the running.
Great to have you in Australia.
Oh, it's great to be here, thank you.
Good on you, Lance. Lance Noble.
Okay, Corey, all the girls, they've made their way through the tunnel out onto the track, looking fantastic. What have you come up with?
I changed my mind about 3 times, though. I really like Fireburn, but no, I ended up settling with number 10, Promise. I just think was given too much work last time out with Chad Schofield. He had to circle the field at about the 800-metre mark, nearly hit the front on straightening, but just had to cover too much ground and done too much work from a bad barrier. But gets the soft set up here today. Shouldn't be finishing too far from them in the map.
I'm with the New Zealand mare here, or one of the New Zealand mares. It's Pennywecker. Haven't seen her before, but geez, I love how she looked in the yard. She looks absolutely fantastic. So for that reason, I'm with Pennywecker, and Corey's with Premise.
Yeah, I'm with the Kiwis here as well to a certain extent. I'm specking 2 at double figure odds here, 4, 10, 1 and 2. I'm with Polygon. Hopefully she can. Look, she's lightly raced, but she just gives the impression that she'll run the 2400 coming out of the that race at the Vinery last time, and I think she has improved. I respect Premise. I think she's getting out to big odds here at the $20. So I just thought there was a lovely lead-up run without doing it tough last week. 1 Pennywecker, a proven 2400 metre horse, and 2 for Pavitra. Her chances have got better every 10 minutes. It's just whether it still has dried out enough for her, though. 4, 10, 1 and 2. Glenn?
Yeah, well, we've had 3 equal favourites. We've had an outright favourite. We're back to 3 equal favourites again in the shape of Pennywecker, as much as $6.50, as low as it is now at $4.80. Pavitra, as low as $3.30, now at its peak of $4.80. And also Arts, $6 its best price today, now at $4.80. On the second line of betting is Fireburn. She's been 6 out to 7. She's been 7 twice throughout the day. They're the single figure runners. Pierosa, as much as, as low as 10 where it is now, as much as 13, it's back to 10. Polygon, it's been 13, as much as 17 is now 16. Premise, 21 as much as 23 is now $18. Sole Choice, 19 as much as 21, it's back to 19 and was $51 earlier in the week. So Dazzling at 21 off as much as 26. Byron Bell and Frankie's Me Dad, along with Mountain Guest, 51 each of 3. 3, 61 Jolted, and $251 for Fade's Angel and Stormy Witness. 3 equal favourites with probably 90 seconds or close to 2 minutes till jump time, Greg.
Okay, thanks, Glenn. We've got the chopper up in the air with the winds the way they were today. The chopper was grounded with the flight path into Sydney Airport, interfering with the chopper's path, so the chopper had to come down, but it's up for this race. Let's go behind the barriers for a look at them with Ali Mosley.
Well, it's an incredible atmosphere here, Greg. Everyone's come out to the fence and it really feels like a big day, and I think the fillies are feeling it as well. There's a few getting up on their toes. Frankie's Me Dad is one who's fallen apart a little bit out here, but it's Pavitra and Fireburn who I wanted to see the most. Pavitra stuck with the pony. Once she got off the pony, that's when she can get a little bit funny, but she's been really good. She's barely turned a hair, and again, James has her really nice and relaxed. He's got this way where he just keeps them out there on the buckle and seems to settle them beautifully. Fireburn, last time I saw her was the most relaxed that she'd been. I think she's settled even better today. She is getting a touch warm, but her manners out here and her demeanour are wonderful. She's just staying away from Frankie's Me Dad, which is good because she's the one who's just playing up a touch. I was really keen to see the Kiwi fillies in Polygon. She's one who is getting a little bit warm, and then Penny Weaker has been beautiful since she came out here. She hasn't turned a hair. She is so relaxed. She's conserving every bit of energy. And Arts actually slammed the brakes on at about the tab marquee when she was coming out for her win last week. So just she can be a little bit tricky, but it looks like she's going to load away in the barrier as well at this stage. And we've got one over the back. Would you believe it? It's Pia Rossa. She has also, we know what she's like. She does it, but she's just put the brakes on over there, and she's just being very difficult at the moment. So they've just walked up. One of the barrier boys has just walked up to go and get her, but I think Clippo's going to jump off, Sammy Clipperton, and they're just going to probably walk her over here because she's very tricky.
Yeah, this is what she did in the mounting yard the other day. She just backs up. Kiwi so well represented here. And that includes John Sargent, who calls Australia home, but he's been such a great trainer of Oaks winners. He's won Oaks right up and down the eastern seaboard, plus the New Zealand Oaks. And he's looking for his second win in this race, and he's represented by 4 runners. But Jim Wallace and Lance Noble are the Kiwis who are in town, and so far the Kiwis have been wonderful. Or the Kiwi, Prowess, who isn't here today. Can they win it again? They're just about set to go. Here's the $1 million Star Australian Oaks, the first of 4 Group 1s today.
Coming up to the outside draw. What a betting race it's been. 3 equal favourites. And they're locked and loaded, and we're ready to go. The Star Australian Oaks, 2,400 metres. Good to go now. Frankie's Me Dad a bit restless. Gates are back now. They're off. Arts flops out the back. Plenty have jumped well. Byron Bell, Premise in particular, Pavitra near the inside. Mountain Guest being sent forward. Soul Choice will take a trail today on the inside of Fireburn, then jolted 3 wide early. Further back to Frankie's Me Dad on the inside of Polygon, and Penny Wecker 3 wide at the moment. Arts has gone down to the rails from Pia Rossa, then Stormy Witness. Further back to So Dazzling. And last of all is Faye's Angel. So they sort themselves out. Pavitra shows the way by a length and a half to Byron Bell, and Mountain Guest pushing on the outside. Mountain Guest gets to second now. Stablemate will hand up Byron Bell, and Soul Choice is tucked away on the rails. Length and a half then to Premise from Frankie's Me Dad. Jolter's cast 3 deep on the in advance of Fireburner. Penny Wecker's 3 wide but has a back to follow. Arts is down on the rails from Polygon, then So Dazzling from Parossa, and the last 2, the roughies, Faye's Angel and the inside is Stormy Witness. 1,400 metres to run, and Pavitra shows the way. Mountain Guest eventually got to second. Soul Choice third. 2 lengths away to Byron Bella clear fourth, and jolted, creeping a little bit closer out deep on the outside of Frankie's Me Dad. Then came Premise 1 off the fence. Then came Penny Wecker. The New Zealand Oaks winner has cast 3 wide the trip. In advance of Arts on the rails, then Fireburn. Further back to Parossa from So Dazzling. Now Polygon's got shuffled well back from Stormy Witness, and Faye's Angel is last of all. They start the run down the side of the course now. And Pavitra leads by a half length to Mountain Guest. Sole Choice given every hope third, followed by Byron Bell. Jolter being revved up on the outside, trying to get into the race. Further back to Frankie, me dad from Premise. Now Penny Wecker will have to come off the heels of Jolter, is going nowhere at the moment, and Penny Wecker starts a good run around the outside of the field. 600 metres to run. Pavitra's rolling up front by 2 lengths on Sole Choice. Mountain Guest has had enough. Frankie's mid-out. Penny Wecker giving chase. Premise getting to the outside, and further back to Archer's railing through with a good run into the straight. Pavitra shows the way from Penny Wecker. Archer's getting up the inside. Premise down the outside with So Dazzling. It's Penny Wecker and Premise. So Dazzling between them. Then Art's back on the rails. It's Penny Wecker. She's lifting Penny Wecker from Premise and So Dazzling. They beat off Art. It's Penny Wecker trying to fend off So Dazzling. She does so and becomes a dual Oaks winner. Penny Wecker goes on to win it by 2 lengths to So Dazzling. A gap back to Premise third, just in front of Fireburn. They beat off Arts. Then came further back to Faye's Angel has beat Plenty Home. Pavitra, a big gap back to Sole Choice from Frankie's Midad Polygon. Then came Stormy Witness, a mile back to Jolted, Byron Bell, Mountain Guest, and Perossa's pulled up sharply.
Well, they've got it all over us, the Kiwi fillies. It's the year of the Kiwi filly. First it was Prowess and the Vinery. Today it's Penny Wecker and the Oaks. She's gone back to back. New Zealand Oaks into the Australian Oaks like Bonneville did. Penny Wecker, number 1, Damien Lane and Jim Wallace. It's Jim's second Group 1 win. Damien Lane takes his career tally to 29. And Damien Lane has gone back-to-back because he rode El Patroness to victory last year. 1:8.10.3.
Yeah, what a strong stayer she is. She covered ground during the run. She was a sitting shot, but she just outstays them. They tell me it was a weak Oaks. I don't know about a weak Oaks. She's made us look second-rate there, leaving him nailed to the ground there. So, look, So Dazzling was great. He's a master, John Sargent, of picking his horses on the right day. Premise loomed a win, but just didn't run the distance right out. You've got to give it to the Kiwis. They're just too strong here. This filly just had a really big set of lungs. And geez, Arch was ridden beautifully, but she may have not run the last little bit out there as well. But all honours with the winner. What a superior staying performance.
Without a doubt, Ronnie, and that horse walking around the enclosure, she's still got a bit of furnishing to do yet. She's not their complete package of a horse yet, but just tough, just really, really tough. Great ride by Damien Lane.
Out and out stayer. 2:33.97 the race time. 37.76 the last 600. She had to endure a deep trip, and she had the audacity to run away from them. They caught up to her and they wanted to go with her, but they just simply couldn't. So Dazzling, runner-up. Number 10, Premise third, and number 3, Fireburn, has run fourth. 1 3/4 by 3. 2:33.97, 37.76. What a great future. What a great staying future she's got. So another Kiwi to win. Murray Baker and Andrew Forsman with Bonneville took the Oaks double, New Zealand and Australian Oaks. Before that, the year before that, it was Sophia Rosa who ran second in the New Zealand Oaks and winning here. And you go back then to Donna and Dean Logan winning with Rising Romance and Kevin Gray winning with Daffodil. Another Kiwi winner of the Oaks.
Welcome back to Doomben. Let's get this quaddie started. This is race number 6, and it is a cutest 3-year-old handicap over the 1,050. 7 runners, 6 leaders. Watch them go.